This is my story. This is my story. Praising my Savior all the day long. This is my story. This is my Unto God be the glory, great things He has done. He gave us His Son, who yielded His life on the throne for sin. God in the lightning, that's all to God be the glory, great things He has done. So long be the one that gave us His Son, who yielded His life on the throne for sin. God in the lightning, that's all praise the Lord. Praise the Lord, let the earth hear, praise the Lord. To the Father, through Jesus the Son, I'll give Him the glory. I'll praise the Lord. Let the earth hear, praise the Lord. To the Father, through Jesus the Son, I'll give Him the glory. I'll praise the Lord. Let the earth hear, praise the Lord. Let the people rejoice. Oh God, to the Father, through Jesus the Son. The glory, great things He has done. Praise the Lord, praise the Lord. Let the earth hear, praise the Lord. Let the people rejoice. To the Father, through Jesus the Son, and give Him the glory, great things He has done. Oh, this is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice. The day that I see the This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice. The day that I see the We will rejoice,
We begin the program in the name of God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Shall we please take the opening hymn? Line of Abba, prayers to pray. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Chairman of the 10th Board of the Medical and Dental Council, members of the 10th Board of the Council, distinguished personalities, our invited guests, parents, our newly qualified medical and dental practitioners, our friends from the media, you are all welcome to the induction ceremony of the Medical and Dental Council. To welcome us and also give us the purpose of gathering. He's a doctor and a lawyer practitioner. He holds master's and PhD degrees in bioethics and medical jurisprudence from the School of Law, University of Manchester. Ladies and gentlemen, shall we please welcome the registrar, Dr. Divine Banyubala, to give us the call to order and the purpose of gathering.
Thank you very much, Mr. Richard Epiege. Respectfully, Mr. Chairman, this special meeting of the 10th Board of the Medical and Dental Council is now called to order. Chairman, with your kind permission, may I introduce members of the 10th Board here present. From the extreme left is a retired banker, a representative of the President on the 10th Board, Mr. Samuel Ajapong. Next is a Chief State Attorney, a representative of the Attorney General's Department on the board, Mrs. Stella Otima Bedu. Next is the District Director of Health Services for Sojiman District, a physician assistant by profession, and a representative of the Physician Assistants Group on the board, Ms. Rebecca Bante. With your kind permission, Chair, may I skip the next two gentlemen? Next is a professor of internal medicine specializing in endocrinology, teaching at the University of Ghana Medical School, vice president of the Ghana Medical Association, also representing the president of the Ghana Medical Association at this particular occasion, and a representative of the medical doctors on the 10th board, Professor Ernest York. Next is a former chief dental officer of the Ministry of Health, under whose tenure dental services saw the greatest expansion in this country. Representing the dental surgeons on the board, please help me recognize Dr. Constance Adoyebo. Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, as we may already be aware, the Medical and Dental Council is the statutory agency under the Ministry of Health, charged with the responsibility for the professional regulation of doctors, dentists, and physician assistants in Ghana. The object of the council, as provided for under Section 26 of Part 2 of the Health Professions Regulatory Bodies Act of 2013, Act 857, is to secure in the public interest the highest standards in the training and practice of medicine and dentistry in Ghana. In furtherance of its object, the council is mandated to perform, among other functions, the following: ensure that pre-registration training of newly qualified doctors, dentists, and physician assistants in accredited training institutions meets the required standards. Compile and keep registers of registered practitioners and prescribe and enforce professional standards and conduct for registered practitioners. Mr. Chairman, Honorable Minister of Health, Honorable Dr. Bernard Okoboy, ably represented by our own senior colleague, Dr. Darius Osei, former CEO of the University of Ghana Medical Center and the Trust Hospital, members of the 10th board, ladies and gentlemen, our friends from the media. We are gathered here this morning to induct into the profession, our profession, the honorable profession of medicine, some 498 medical and dental practitioners, including, thank you very much, including 9 practitioners who were part of our compatriots who were caught up in the Russian-Ukraine war, got displaced, and through the collaboration of stakeholders were successfully integrated into our local training schools to complete their training program. May I respectfully, Mr. Chairman, at this stage, kindly request all the 9 practitioners who were integrated, please be upstanding for special recognition. I forgot to introduce Chairman and the Minister. I forgot to introduce them. No, okay. Thank you. Thank you. 6 of them graduated from KNUST. 2 of them from UDS Tamale. 1 of them from UHAS. Please kindly take your seats. Mr. Chairman, I recognize that in recognition and formally introducing the members of the 10th board, I skipped two gentlemen. May I respectfully introduce formally the two gentlemen as we proceed to preside on the processes. Dr. Darius, or Sir, as indicated, is representing the Honorable Minister for Health for this program. So can you please help me recognize Senior Darius Osei? And the gentleman with the golden chain, very nice hair dye, needs no further introduction. Professor Paul Kwame Nyami, the chairman of the 10th board. Thank you very much. We are always happy, ladies and gentlemen, to welcome family and friends in person to this very special ceremony of ours. We also welcome online audience watching this event live on our social media handles. Ladies and gentlemen, as indicated, these practitioners are drawn from the University of Health and Allied Sciences School of Medicine, Ho, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, School of Medical Sciences, Kumasi, University of Cape Coast School of Medical Sciences, Cape Coast, and the University for Development Studies School of Medicine, Tamale. Mr. Chairman, kindly permit me at this stage to address our inductees. Inductees, you would have had in the course of your training some responsibilities in the care of patients. These patient responsibilities were, however, largely directly borne by your teachers. So your transition from yesterday's students to professionals today implies that human lives are now being directly entrusted in your care. Dear inductees, what this means is that from today, a greater responsibility in the care of the patients will be laid at your feet as you take the role of frontline health professionals. This role literally includes the responsibility to decide between life and death. It therefore is important that, having met the basic training requirements, the Medical and Dental Council, which supervises your basic training, now formally admits you into the profession, registers you, and regulates your pre-registration practice that we commonly refer to as housemanship. You will be eligible for permanent registration only after you have met the pre-registration standards, as earlier explained to you yesterday during the pre-induction Professional Ethics and Medical Jurisprudence Seminar. Dear inductees, due to the rapidly changing nature of science, medicine, and technology, as well as the changing professional regulatory landscape, Council now ensures that your registration on the provisional register involves the open declaration of your commitment to the profession, to science, and to our society and our beloved country, Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, may I at this point remind you of the shared value of Council, guiding the professions, protecting the public. Thus, the aforestated ends, Council's regulatory focus is on professional accountability aimed at promoting and protecting public health, safety, and well-being, assuring and maintaining confidence and trust in the profession and its members, encouraging the practitioner's commitment to competence and continuous learning, promoting and maintaining public confidence in the healthcare system, and prescribing and enforcing professional standards and conduct for all registered practitioners. Ladies and gentlemen, in accordance with the above stated focus, Council is almost done with the development of its 5-year strategic plan aligned with key health sector policies to provide renewed regulatory guidance and leadership. Having built internal capacity and currently gaining respect of our counterparts in the African region, Council is set to provide technical support to other West African countries to strengthen their medical and dental regulatory frameworks in areas of licensing, accreditation, and quality assurance through support from the World Health Organization. Council is also in partnership with other stakeholders to develop modalities for the common registration examinations for both local and foreign trained medical and dental practitioners by close of year 2025, to develop good medical practice guidance for quality and safe practice of medicine and dentistry in Ghana, and to develop an Android-based quality assessment tool and e-logbook for the assessment of housemanship and internship training of newly qualified doctors, dentists, and physician assistants, respectively. Additionally, the Ministry of Health, with funding support from the World Bank, is helping Council to construct a specialist training center in line with the Council's goal to boost local production of doctors and dentists towards the implementation of the Common National Licensing Examination in 2025. Council is also pursuing support from other development partners to undertake other priority activities of the board, including the development of a scope of practice guidance document for medical and dental practitioners, delimiting what the medical and dental officers, the non-specialist general practitioners, the specialists at the level of membership, and the specialists at the level of fellowship can do and cannot do. The development of a supervision model for physician assistants, the conduction of quality assessment visits to accredited institutions for housemanship and physician assistant internships to monitor their knowledge and skills acquisition and welfare. Mr. Chairman, Council has created an indexing portal that allows accredited medical and dental and physician assistant training institutions to upload the list of admitted students onto the portal. This means institutions can only upload the approved maximum number for training onto the portal. This serves to ensure that training institutions admit numbers they can safely train and quality assure, thereby upholding international training standards as set by the Council. Dear inductees, you will be required to sign the provisional registration certificate, which gives you the legal authority to commence your housemanship. The occasion is also to afford you, newly qualified practitioners, the opportunity to interact with senior members of the profession. You had a session on ethics and law that govern our practice. It therefore behoves you to be fully aware of your responsibilities during housemanship. And please remember, the Council will continue to monitor and track your performance as house officers in Ghana. While on behalf of the management of Council, I congratulate our newly qualified practitioners and welcome them to the noble, honorable, and learned profession of medicine, they must remember that great professional practice experience requires of them a gentle smile, a listening ear, a kind heart, calm nerves, a critical and reflective mind, an unalloyed commitment to lifelong learning, a humble, decent, gentle, and reassuring persona. All of these clothed in integrity and respect for human dignity. We appreciate and acknowledge in a very special way the support of our mother ministry, the Ministry of Health. The oversight responsibility of Parliamentary Select Committee on Health, our partners, Ghana Health Service, the Christian Health Association of Ghana, deans and directors of our accredited training institutions, the vice chancellors of all our training institutions, CEOs and medical directors of accredited facilities for housemanship and physician assistant internship, our board for their direction and guidance, and my management staff and the entire staff of the Medical and Dental Council, the professional associations for their cooperation and support, and of particular mention, the funding support, interest, and commitment of our development partners, such as the World Bank and the World Health Organization, And throughout all these, the media, our friends, and all other stakeholders. Finally, Mr. Chairman, Dr. Darius Osei, ladies and gentlemen, you are all warmly welcome to this very important ceremony. It is our hope that you will enjoy our program. We thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, Dr. Divine Banyubala, the Registrar of the Medical and Dental Council. Shall we now take a musical interlude from President King Youth Choir? Thank you for the patriotic song. 7th December is just around the corner. Let us all go and exercise our civic right peacefully. Thank you, President King Youth Choir. Honorable Minister for Health, ably represented by Dr. Darius Osei, Chairman of the 10th Board of the Medical and Dental Council, members of the 10th Board, distinguished personalities, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the roll call of inductees. Once again, I have the singular honor to invite the registrar, Dr. Divine Banyubala, to do us the honor. Shall we please welcome the registrar once again?
Thank you very much, Mr. PAG. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting to the highlights of the program, and there are a few rules for our roll call. Healthcare is team-based. So for the roll call, whilst we know that family and friends are very excited when they hear their family member's name, the temptation is to try and then, offer the well-deserved applause. However, we encourage you to resist the temptation to do that for the very onset. So usually our inductees are sitting in cohorts. So we will start with the first name on the list, and we will end with the last name in that cohort. Then each member will be standing up. It also allows the cameras to capture them. Because when you are taking the oath, we will give you opportunity to reflect on the values and the ethical things contained there. And then they will see that you freely elected to be admitted into the profession, so that when you begin to treat us badly, we will say, I was there and I heard what you said. So usually before the last name in that cohort, you will hear, and before that last doctor's name will be mentioned. Then after that one, we will all give them the very well-deserved applause for the entire cohort. Then that cohort will sit down, and then the scenario continues. Then, of course, in the process, I'll be assisted by my deputy registrar, who is better at these name processes than I am, Dr. Alice Piasakodia. So with your kind permission, respectfully, Mr. Chairman, I'm going to test you before I actually start as a good audience. So let's pretend that I am the last person in the first cohort. So we are going to hear, and Dr. Divine Banyubala. Great, but the applause does not reflect the 6, 7, 8 years old. Thank you so much. You are a wonderful audience. Dr. Elizabeth Abankwa Yebua. Dr. Forstat. So let's do it again. Dr. Elizabeth Abankwa Yabua, Dr. Indeya Abdullah, Dr. Zinya Abdullah, Dr. Tondongbia Sitobu Abdullah, Dr. Yakubu Baba Abubakar, Dr. Alan Ousu Achampon, Dr. Emmanuel Nyaku Achampon, Dr. King Richard Kwabena Achampon, Dr. Powell Kofi Jedu Achampon, Dr. Victoria Achampon, Dr. Jeffrey Echo Wood Aqua, Dr. Nana Kwesi Adai Ejakwa, Dr. Brian Badiyalba Ada Giba, Dr. Sadiq Alhaji Adam, Dr. Daniel Late Adams, Dr. Asimjwe Mprem Adai, Dr. Frederick Adai Mensa, Dr. Emanuela Ajua Afra Adai, Dr. Edem Adoa Adipa, Dr. Bernard Odro Ado, Dr. Francis Ohini Ado, Dr. Na Aku Ado, Dr. Ado Sandra, Dr. Marvin Adit Dakon, Dr. Pearl Usua Eji, Dr. Daniel Hartnell Ejekum, Dr. Fitzgerald Ajete, Dr. Desmond Akwesi Edu, Dr. Ishmael Edu, Dr. Nana Ekwia Konama Edu, Dr. Wendy Edufo, Dr. Marion Edu Mensa, Dr. Josephine Aja Awude, Dr. Josephine Afari, Dr. Nana Afari Bekwin Jr., Dr. Manuela Afari Kwaku, Dr. Manasseh Christian Afum, Dr. Raymond Afum, Dr. Ken Kwame Ephraim, Dr. Christabel Efuakwa, Dr. Ebenezer Ajay Afuakwa, Dr. Ya Afrakuma Sapon, Dr. Brago Afrifa Sapon, Dr. Prince Morris Agbanavo, Dr. Godson Sedem Agbeteti, Dr. Frida Agbetiafa, Dr. Kofi Agbo, and Dr. Isaac Agboja. Congrats, congrats. Thank you, thank you. Dr. Desmond Na Agbovi, Dr. Caleb Ba Agri, Dr. Janet Beatrice Agri, Dr. Seyram Aglili, Dr. Isaac Odro Menu Japan, Dr. Jeffrey Japan, Dr. Samantha Mami Efua Japan, Dr. Nicholas Ejari, Dr. Sadat Salim Ajay, Dr. Ya Obinewa Boating Ajay, Dr. Akosua Ajay, Dr. Kirsten Edufua Ejekum, Dr. Evans Odro Ejman, Dr. Ivan Kweku Mensa Ajman, Dr. Michael Boachi Ajman, Dr. Michael Prempe Ajman, Dr. Pokua Ajman Prempe, Dr. Sharon Dufie Ajman Prempe, Dr. Ivy Frances Ejemfra, Dr. Prince Ejenim Boating, Dr. Kwabena Ejenim Boating, Dr. Theodore Ejenim Boating, Dr. Bless Kofi Ahaji, Dr. Kwabena Kisi Ahinkura Anani, Dr. Prince Koku Ahiagbede, Dr. Ramat Ahmed Tijani, Dr. Landrop Edu, Dr. Tony Kofi Boama Edu, Dr. Alberta Eduma Edueunu, Dr. Muhammad Enusen, Dr. Isabella Awuntami Akambe, Dr. Jude Agisi Yam Akalagam, Dr. Ebenezer Ayine Akanai, Dr. Caleb Kofi Asamoah Akasi, Dr. Deborah Akumani, Dr. Ebenezer Akumia Yamiche, Dr. Emmanuel Akoto Bamfo, Dr. Gertrude Ekrasi Jan, Dr. Damien Edward Akunlibe, Dr. Michelle Esenam Akusa, Dr. Atinuke Shakira Alabi, Dr. Abigail Abina Alexander, Dr. Nashiru Al Hassan, Dr. Samira Maltiti Al Hassan, Dr. Yusuf Gunu Al Hassan, Dr. Zikri La Sokun Al Hassan, Dr. Patience Emanuela Alodina, Dr. Amanda Akoloba Awariba Alu, and Dr. Kweku Ose Amaniampon. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Chairman, may I respectfully at this point kindly request my deputy to continue with the roll call.
Thank you very much, Registrar. Dr. Henrietta Afriye Amankwa, Dr. Godfred Amwakun Amankwa, Dr. Abna Nyakun Edu Tutu Amankwa, Dr. Hilary Amankwa, Dr. Ya Afriye Amankwa, Dr. Bio Abla Amedeke, Dr. Dennis Mauto Amedo, Dr. Julia Bailey Amiyao Ban, Dr. Olivia Amfo Swansea, Dr. Marilyn Grace Emisa, Dr. Carlene Kabuga Amisum, Dr. Reginald Enyonyam Amo Yeboa, Dr. Nanaya Akoma Amo Adai, Dr. Efua Bonsu Amo Ejei, Dr. Josephine Araba Amoa, Dr. Joshua Precious Kweku Obin Amoa, Dr. Kingsford Amoa, Dr. Emmanuel Blankson Amoakon Cranton, Dr. Justina Amoesi, Dr. Wendy Amon Nyakon, Dr. Sharon Efia Ampene, Dr. Samuel Kofi Ampofo, Dr. Emmanuel Amponsa, Dr. Miriales Fiona Nana Ama Anaman, Dr. Abigail Na Kai Anan, Dr. Joseph Anim, Dr. Erin Ni Ayukwe Ankra, Dr. Antonia Efia Abra Anan, Dr. Ekuya Sam Anan, Dr. Evans Anan, Dr. Theodora Mucho Anan, Dr. Stephanie Ansa, Dr. Prince Ansu, Dr. Elise Luigi Anti Ninaku, Dr. Stacy Na Mele Antonio, Dr. Divine Intiamwa Entry, Dr. Gifty Boatma Entry, Dr. Irene Sewa Entry, Dr. Judith Adwa Techiao Entry, Dr. Kenneth Frimpon Entry, Dr. Michael Enyan, Dr. Kezia Yomle Apekon, Dr. Sylvester Apia Boache, Dr. Wafa Bwedu Apiatin, Dr. Maranatha Chira Akon, Dr. Kezia Ama, Dr. Christabel Arthur Boatin, Dr. Jesse Denyansa Arthur, Dr. Priscilla Arthur Johnson, and Dr. Prince Asamoah. Congratulations, please have your seats. Dr. Ya Ufusua Asamoah, Dr. Benedicta Asante Boateng, Dr. Theodora Chumwa Asante, Dr. Jeffrey Asare, Dr. Karina Owusu Asare, Dr. Lydia Efia Jan Asare, Dr. Patrick Asare, Dr. Roland Asare, Dr. Samuel Asare Bediakon, Dr. Kofi Mafon Asasiasa, Dr. Patrick Adaglo Ashon, Dr. Priscilla Ekua Fenima Esrifi, Dr. Sister Haiti Asma, Dr. Yao Chei Asasie Opon, Dr. Emanuela Atepo, Dr. Emmanuel Atiapa, Dr. Alberta Fojo Crantin Etiemo, Dr. David Kwame Atipo Dumashi, Dr. Deborah Salasi Avoyon, Dr. Deborah Achenia Arinke, Dr. Evelyn Yine Yilu Awo, Dr. Elisha Ewua, Dr. Mike Ansa Ewua, Dr. Samantha Insuma Ayamdo, Dr. Dennis Ayinsu Ayariga, Dr. Naomi Ayensu, Dr. Derek Ayi Bisa, Dr. Vincent Jr. Ayisu, Dr. Nicholas Azani, Dr. Godfred Awonmasa Azantilo, Dr. Henry Blessed Azu, Dr. Joel Kofi Ba, Dr. Mawunyo Kofi Baja, Dr. Joshua Andivi Baga, Dr. Benjamin Baden, Dr. Fifi Ando Bedu, Dr. Roni Bedu, Dr. Judith Mibia Baka, Dr. Barbara Ya Bakuma, Dr. Ishmael Banfo Amwa, Dr. Thelma Walasi Bansa, Dr. Duty Baribe, Dr. Raymond Nyotam Bayo, Dr. Frank Chati Bechuba, Dr. Emmanuel Bedford Moses, Dr. Edmond Yao Nsa Bediakon, and Dr. Mami Esi Afresiwa Bentum. Thank you. Congrats. Please have your seats. Dr. Mansour Mohammed Musa Bengal, Dr. Abel Delawu Blenyi, Dr. Akwesi Bwedi Ampofo, Dr. Dennis Buedu, Dr. Precious Sewa Buedu, Dr. Abigail Boache, Dr. Frederick Atta Boache, Dr. Joel Yadom Boache, Dr. Mavis Buampon, Dr. Godwin Enchi Buesiakon, Dr. Clinton Boateng, Dr. Jephthah Owusu Boateng, Dr. Kwame Owusu Boateng, Dr. Manasseh Tabi Boateng, Dr. Pearl Asondakon Boateng, Dr. Bernard Kofi Boateng Dua, Dr. Philip Bobby Ansa, Dr. Albert Bonsu, Dr. George Kwabna Jr. Bonsu, Dr. Kwesi Rekun Bonsu, Dr. Richard Bempa Bonsu, Dr. Lily Inkansam Bosompim, Dr. Patrick Osei Brichum, and Dr. Duke Collins Brobe. Thank you. Please have your seats. Dr. Kofi Owusu Brobe, Dr. Sharon Bruce Tego, Dr. Lydia Nelson Bua, Dr. Mark Adam Bukari, Dr. Manyo Shenida Chik, Dr. Brittany Emero Chika, Dr. Kofi Che Jesse Kobina, Dr. Priscilla Philippa Kobina, Dr. Felix Kondia, Dr. Madeleine Ajua Krampa, Dr. Kingsley Kra Kujo, Dr. Philemon Lano Debra, Dr. Daniel Sinanu Dadi Seshi, Dr. Kwabna Rekun Dankwa, Dr. Nanama Obin Dankwa, Dr. Rubin Obuo Dankwa, Dr. Nanaya Dakunwa Dakun Intim, Dr. Kofi Opon Dakun, Dr. Mame Safua Opon Dakun, Dr. Morta Brago Boatin Dakwa, Dr. Emanuela Araba Kokwa Dame, Dr. Bright Dachomo, Dr. Lillian Na Ato Dede Davidson, Dr. Raphael Kwame Devoji, Dr. Joshua Debra, Dr. Lorenda Deku, Dr. Clifford Daly, and Dr. Ephraim Kafui Do. Dr. Emmanuel Dofugbari, Dr. Patrick Kwame Do, Dr. Samson Ni Okundoku, Dr. Claudia Dompre, Dr. Oswell Mary Donko, Dr. Charles Donko, Dr. Elsie Donko, Dr. Emmanuel Donko, Dr. Daniel Anyavo Doche, Dr. Michael Dovlo, Dr. Bernard Ni Norte Dowona, Dr. Gabriel Duka, Dr. Daniel Kobia Dodu, Dr. Daniel Kwatin Juma, Dr. Tracy Eduafo, Dr. Samuel Ifa Arthur, Dr. Emanuela Catherine Egan, Dr. Amy Inyram Eklu, Dr. Edmond Ellis, Dr. Anthony Kwame Enimel, Dr. Gideon Eshun, Dr. Kweku Esa Amwafo, Dr. Jonathan Maranatha Eseku, Dr. Chelsea Esel Okine, Dr. Prince Solomon Essien, and Dr. Dennis Eusi Ansa. Thank you. Please have your seats. Dr. Jessica Nana Araba Achre Eisen, Dr. Benihin Kobna Ofori Forsen, Dr. Elizabeth Fosu, Dr. Emmanuel Kofi Frempong, Dr. Seidu Fuseni, Dr. Sarah Amenuveve Gaglo, Dr. Courage Jamazi, Dr. Israel Etonam Kweku Gidigasu, Dr. Abdul Shakur Wumparagra Gomda, Dr. Yamuak Godwell, Dr. Emmanuel Siang Jemfi, Dr. Lord Opoku Jemfi, Dr. Morris Kofi Jemfi, Dr. Nana Jemfua Jan Bafo, Dr. Josephine Ya Jan Dakwa, Dr. Lillian Dansua Japon, Dr. Joyce Nanaya Jebi, Dr. Dennis Bafo Jima, Dr. Lois Eva Hazel, Dr. Abbas Bansi Hamid, Dr. Rebecca Winnie Hefron, Dr. Nana Ekua Udra Hilton, Dr. Alhassan Ibrahim, Dr. Nana Ama Sewa Idansam, Dr. Ikechukwu Miracle Ifeanyi, Dr. Abdul Mumin Isahaku, Dr. Emmanuel Wattenberg Jackson, Dr. Vitus J2, Dr. Fatima Kamal Tijani, Dr. Afoko Alim Sin Kal, and Dr. Mortimer Abdul Kalim Kamil. Congrats, please have your seats. Thank you. Dr. Nathaniel Yempan Kassan, Dr. Sadat Kasim, Dr. Kwesi Kwansa Kennedy, Dr. Isaac Nene Keteku, Dr. Paulina Selassie Kelson, Dr. Gideon Dechi Kodom, Dr. John Kwame Jr. Kodia, Dr. Samuel Kunedu Yadom, Dr. Daniel Asamoah Kunedu, Dr. Wiafi Yadom Kunedu, Dr. Evan Nana Okai Kranche, Dr. Stephanie Denchira Kranche, Dr. Zafil Bomanjo Bashiridin Kore, Dr. Barnabas Panyano, Dr. Gideon Kofi Potofi, Dr. Kelvin Eliklim Kakra, Dr. Yvette Banier Kuma Abuaje, Dr. Ajwa Kumi Chreme, Dr. Eunice Wisiamo Kuse, Dr. Mame Ama Pukia Kusi, Dr. Daniel Kwache, Dr. Paul Kwatin, Dr. Precious Jijo Kwashi, Dr. Na Udra Che, Dr. Esther Oye Chre, Dr. Quinsta Eje Chreme, Dr. Christine Lamioko Lamte, and Dr. Edward Kweku Lawe. Thank you. Please have your seats. Dr. Sharon Na Odale Yorson, Dr. Roger Mascot Lutrots, Dr. Kamsi Nikechi Maduakon, Dr. Frederick Meisu, Dr. Rachel Shola Makinde, Dr. Ebenezer Manso, Dr. Manasseh Frimpon Mafo, Dr. Elizabeth Abanfua Menz, Dr. Ebenezer Mensa, Dr. Eliasha Ya Mensa, Dr. Emmanuel Mensa, Dr. Francis Achu Mensa, Dr. Stephanie Ameto Mensa, Dr. Veronique Mensa, Dr. Paul Mensa Chumesi, Dr. Jean-Claude Mesa, Dr. John Kwesi Mia, Dr. Abdul Kadil Muhammad, Dr. Fadil Muhammad, Dr. Ibrahim Amankwa Muhammad, Dr. Musa Muhammad, Dr. Muzamil Amil Musa, Dr. Edmond Bibantib Niking Park, Dr. Kenneth Nani, Dr. Elliot Nati, Dr. Nakpando Nayelebu, Dr. Spencer Kobina Newton, Dr. Eric Ni Okai, Dr. Lord Inkansa, Dr. Cecil Eben Inkitia, and Dr. Isaac Ni Naughty. Thank you. Please have your seats. Dr. Samuel Asari, Inti Asari, Dr. Nana Efua Intiwa Pinkra, Dr. Tigbani Benjamin Nuhu, Dr. Prince Numekevo, Dr. Adabla Konda Nuruddin, Dr. Elikrim Yawa Nuvo, Dr. Shelley Nwagre, Dr. Joshua Nya, Dr. Cindy Nyame, Dr. Eugenia Techiwa Nyakun, Dr. Harris Ohine Nyakun, Dr. Clement Te Yao Nyawonota, Dr. Elvis Obin, Dr. Yvonne Obin Chiramantin, Dr. Emmanuel Entry Odei, Dr. Kofi Kwache Odro, Dr. Daniel Caleb Odro Kwatin, Dr. Asabes Basi Ofion, Dr. Russell Ofori Ajiman, Dr. Dorothy Ofori, Dr. Emanuela Ofori, Dr. Prince Owusu Ofori, Dr. Cindy Pavla Ofori Amanfo, Dr. Bridget Ofori Ampofo, Dr. Wendy Ofori Kuragu, Dr. Felicia Ama Alaibo Ohine, Dr. Jessica Judy Nade Okai, and Dr. Vincent Ni Okai. Thank you. Please have your seats. Dr. Betty Naki Okaije Welbeck, Dr. Francis Autry, Dr. Emmanuel Omani Boateng, Dr. Ezini Divine Enumegbu, Dr. Obed Oferi Opare, Dr. Vera Oparibia, Dr. Edward Opoku Mensa, Dr. Fred Opoku Sarkodie, Dr. Francis Kweku Opoku, Dr. Kweku Ofosu Opoku, Dr. Wilhelmina Opoku, Dr. Daniel Safo Opon, Dr. Chidubem Franklin Orakwe, Dr. Ziona Akosia Tutua Osai, Dr. Ransford Osei Bonsu, Dr. Stephen Osei Bonsu, Dr. Deborah Ama Achia Osei, Dr. Godson Yabua Osei, Dr. James Owusu Osei, Dr. Mami Efua Boatua Osei, Dr. Thompson Osei, Dr. Tina Osei, Dr. Akosia Tiwa Akwa Ochre, Dr. Benjamin Otu, Dr. Vincent Ni Kojo Otu, Dr. Kesia Owusu Mensah, and Dr. Emmanuel Owusu Sr. Please have your seats. Dr. Alfred Ajekum Owusu, Dr. Henry Kofi Owusu, Dr. Jeffrey Kweku Amon Owusu, Dr. Samuel Owusu, Dr. Emmanuel Owusuba, Dr. Epaphras Penyin Owusu Banahine, Dr. Priscilla Owusu Fojo, Dr. Jackie Owusu Obeng, I beg your pardon, Dr. Ekua Dakua Opoku, Dr. Joseph Osei Poku, Dr. Comfort Efua Kwenum, Dr. Nana Ama Sawa Kwansa, Dr. Benjamin Kwashi, Dr. Cornelius Korte, Dr. Michael Selassie Kwashi, Dr. Pa Kobna Kwesin, Dr. Edith Rowell, Dr. Caroline Adabu Saki, Dr. Emmanuel Saki, Dr. Dania Sadaf, Dr. Joshua Kwesi Safo, Dr. Jamarudin Salifu, Dr. Nathaniel Sam, Dr. Elijah Busuman Sambian, Dr. Perpetua Awimbun Sambila, Dr. Caleb Amponsa Samson, Dr. Abubakar Sani, Dr. Naomi Safo Mensa, Dr. Gideon Sarkodie, Dr. Amanda Sarkodie Mensa, and Dr. Theo Akese Sapon.
I think Dr. Alex Pedres deserves another applause. I told you he was better gifted at these things. Respectful Chair, Dr. Eurama Poma Sapon Anani, Dr. Manasseh Sasu, Dr. Ales Atu Sinieju, Dr. Anna Abla Sinianeke, Dr. Marik Mauku Sedohia, Dr. Enam Abra Sechi, Dr. Ata Boating Senior Senya, Dr. Ernestina Yeboah Sewa, Dr. Nana Efwa Akwawa Se, Dr. Helena Sorigan, Dr. Ola Subumi Ore Luwa Sotimeni, Dr. Gideon Kofi Sube, Dr. Tahiru Suleiman, Dr. Rashidatu Suleiman, Dr. Abdul Somed Sumani, Dr. Michael Tabi, Dr. David Emeyao Techi, Dr. Tracy Tamaklo, Dr. Samuel Souk Tamanyan, Dr. Peter Sechim Tando, Dr. Kwame Adum Tewia, Dr. Ann Beta Taylor, Dr. Lord Kwame Teku, Dr. Baba Techi Mensa, Dr. Daniel Telugnaya, Dr. James Papa Jr. Tete Mamon, Dr. Emma Isabel Tete, Dr. Victoria Kafui Tete, Dr. Victor Tamunonieji Eufori Tom George, Dr. Enoch Mauli Cheche, Dr. Enam Marcia Tusa, Dr. Lucilla Tuento Nsrawudi, Dr. Felix Chum Barima, Dr. Ama Mansa Chumwa, Dr. Frank Kofi Vidogo, Dr. Divine Wekpa, Dr. Ajua Dedia Wiafi, Dr. Adote Bakpo Wilford, Dr. Jovis Williams, Dr. Efwa Ejekum Uredu, Dr. Gladys Esi Woyome, Dr. Reina Bakumu Yakubu, Dr. Claudia Omari Baba Yabua, Dr. Daniela Nyamiche Yabua, Dr. Martina Yabua, Dr. Randolph Chini Yabua, Dr. Nana Ajua Pinaman Yadom, Dr. Ilham Zapayim Yusuf, Dr. Evans Kweku Zipi, and Dr. Priscilla Zovi. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. May I kindly request all inductees to be upstanding, and please don your white coats with your name tags with the registration numbers on them, and please, the media, make sure you capture their faces very well. We are all witnesses to this very special occasion. Chairman, respectfully, permit me to kindly request our inductees. You recall that the whole of yesterday, From 7 a.m. to about 6 p.m., we had a whole day seminar on professional ethics and medical jurisprudence. We also presented to you copies of the physician oath, and you have had opportunity to look at what is contained thereon. At this point, we offer 1 minute opportunity for persons who, having perused the oath, feel very strongly there are some components of that oath that they are not capable of sticking to, and therefore may wish to then exit. There are 2 exit doors at the back. Mr. Chairman of the 10th board, I see no movement out. It is my privilege, therefore, Chairman, to respectfully present to the 10th board for consideration for admission into the honorable professions of medicine and dentistry some 498 doctors and dentists graduating from our local training institutions. Respectfully submitted for consideration, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Would you please put your right hand over your hearts and say after me? As a member of the medical profession, I solemnly pledge to dedicate my life to the service of humanity. The health and well-being of my patient will be my first consideration. I will respect the autonomy and dignity of my patient. I will maintain the utmost respect for human life. I will not permit consideration of age, disease or disability, creed, ethnic origin, gender, nationality, political affiliation, race, sexual orientation, social standing, or any other factor to intervene between my duty and my patient. I respect the secrets that are confided in me, even after the patient has died. I will practice my profession with conscience and dignity and in accordance with good medical practice. I'll foster the honor and noble tradition of the medical profession. I'll give to my teachers, colleagues and students the respect and gratitude that is their due. I'll share my medical knowledge for the benefit of the patient and the advancement of health care. I will not attend to my own health, well-being, so you repeat. I will attend to my own health, well-being, and abilities in order to provide care of the highest standard. I will not use my medical knowledge to violate human rights and civil liberties, even under threat. I make these promises solemnly, freely, and upon my honor. Congratulations.
Please, you continue to remain standing as the rep for the Minister of Health leads you into the recital of the National Pledge.
Now, the National Pledge. I promise on my honor to be faithful and loyal to Ghana, my motherland. Promise to hold in high esteem our heritage won for us through the blood and toil of our fathers. I pledge myself in all things to uphold the good name of Ghana. So help me God.
Can we do it better for them? A bigger applause. Congratulations. Wow, wow, a bigger one, a bigger one. You may please have your seats. Sorry, shall we all be upstanding? President King. Sorry, You may please have your seats. Once again, congratulations to our newly qualified medical and dental practitioners. Can we give them a big applause? Chairman of the 10th Board of the Medical and Dental Council, members of the high table, distinguished personalities. Mr. Chairman, with your kind permission, before your address, may I recognize the presence of our dignitaries who have taken time out of their busy schedule to grace this honorable occasion. Without any particular order, may I recognize the presence of the Dean, KNUST School of Dentistry, Professor Oti Echampong. Next is from the UCC School of Medical Sciences, Department of Internal Medicine. He is a lecturer. He is the coordinator for Medical and Dental Council exam for foreign trained doctors. I present to you Professor Francis Ofe. From the University for Development Studies, School of Medical Sciences, acting dean in the person of Professor Edmond Derry. From the School of Medicine, University for Health and Allied Sciences, the dean in the person of Professor Yao Ewuku. We have with us the Vice Chancellor for UMAT. He came with a wife in the person of Professor Richard Amankwa. We also have Nananum, First on my list is Nana Kwame into the 5th, Kontihini of Nkusukum traditional area, Ankafo near Southport. We also have Okoji Aman Okesi, Isando, the 9th, Omanhini of Nkusukum traditional area, Yamransa. Thank you all. They came with their interact. We thank you for gracing this occasion. From the Koforidia Central Hospital is the person of Richard K. Kelson. He came with the wife. We have with us the acting dean, University of Ghana Medical School, in the person of Professor Yvonne Day Adumako. We have from the University of Cape Coast, SMS Dean, in the person of Professor Sebastian Eliassen. Today he's wearing 2 caps. He's here as a parent, a proud parent, and also the Director General for Ghana Health Services. I present to you Dr. Patrick Kuma Abuaje. From the Ghana Armed Forces, he is the Deputy Chief of Staff in charge of logistics, Rear Admiral Samuel Ejenim Boating. So from the Ghana Armed Forces, the 37 Military Hospital, Head 37, Polyclinic Coordinator for House Officers and Interns in the person of Dr. Teresa Dakwa. We have with us a member of the Council of State, a proud grandparent, in the person of Honorable Kwejo Ejenim Boating. Your applause is dying. From the Ga East Municipal Hospital in Kwabenya, he is representing the medical superintendent. I present to you Dr. Nana Akwesi Ejenim Abebio. Also representing the medical superintendent from the Mamobi General Hospital, I present to you Mr. Jonathan Welbeck. We have with us the medical director from Sunyani Municipal Hospital in the person of Dr. Michael Atta. We have with us from the Ghana Police Service, a commissioner of police in the person of Dr. David Appa Benin. He came with a wife. From the Tamale Teaching Hospital, he is the Director of Medical Affairs in the person of Professor Al-Hassan Abdul Mumin. We have with us the Medical Director of Medical Affairs from the Cape Coast Teaching Hospital in the person of Dr. Stephen Lai. Representing the Director for Human Resource for Health Development from the Ministry of Health, the person of Caleb Nyameche Ochre. We have a retired medical practitioner from the Bank of Ghana Clinic in the person of Dr. Mrs. Esther Kiche. Last but not the least, we have the clinical coordinator for Suaboso Government Hospital in the person of Dr. Linus Edu Janley. So we'll continue to recognize our dignitaries as and when they come in. It is now time to take the address from the Professor Chairman, Professor P. Kenyame, and that will be read on his behalf by one of our board members in the person of Dr. Constance Adoyobo, former Chief Dental Officer. Shall we please welcome her with an applause?
The chairperson of the Medical and Dental Council, Professor P.K. Nyame, the representative of the Minister for Health, members of the 10th board, professors and deans of medical training institutions, the Director General of the Ghana Health Service, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you all. It is truly an honor to stand before you today to address, in particular, inductees whom we will consider the latest doctors in town. Each of you has dedicated years of study, sacrifice, and resilience to reach this milestone. And today marks the beginning of a new chapter, one promised to be challenging, but also immensely rewarding. As newly graduated doctors, you are joining a noble profession, one that requires not only skill, but also a deep sense of responsibility. Your work will impact lives directly and often in critical moments. This reality underscores the importance of practicing with both excellence and caution. Each day, remember that your actions carry the power to heal, to bring comfort, and to inspire trust. A strong foundation in general medicine equips you with the skills to assess, diagnose, and treat a wide range of conditions. Embrace this diversity, for it will make you adaptable, competent, and confident in any medical environment. Your training has provided you with the technical skills, but as you move forward, continue to learn, seek mentorship, and collaborate with your peers. This is a field that thrives on teamwork, and every experience is an opportunity to refine your skills and broaden your knowledge. The Council has accredited certain providers to deliver lectures and seminars as part of continuous professional development. You are required to attend these lectures, seminars, and to accrue points for registration and renewal of your license to practice on a yearly basis. An important aspect of your practice is also the need to be vigilant against particularly negligence. Medicine is much about careful decision-making as it is about compassion. And in an ever-demanding profession, the margin for error can be small, but the impact can be large. Protect yourself and your patients by fostering habits of thorough documentation, careful review of procedures, and continuous consultation when in doubt. Watch out for fatigue, stress, and overwork. They are common in this profession and can impact on your judgment. Commit to maintaining the highest standards and exercising mindfulness in every step of your practice. Because you may be called to face the disciplinary committee of council to answer charges of negligence or malpractice or malfeasance. And the sanctions could include suspension and even withdrawal of your license to practice. And the Medical and Dental Council reserves the right to suspend or withdraw your license. Hold on to the core purpose of this work. Remember, medicine is a calling. It's about dedicating yourself to serving others, to alleviate suffering and healing, both in body and in spirit. You may face moments of doubt, exhaustion, and even heartbreak. But through these challenges, remember the profound impact you can have on the lives of others. Now, having been sworn into the noble profession, you will be registered onto the provisional register, which gives you the license to practice for a period determined by the board, and it's usually 2 years. Remember that whilst you are on the provisional register, you must practice only in an approved or accredited health facility. You are not an independent practitioner, and as such, you must work under supervision. This means you cannot do locum and cannot prescribe or store restricted medicines unless specially permitted to do so, and must not sign documents required by law to be signed by a medical or dental practitioner, among others. You must meet the regulatory requirements of the provisional license, and I'm sure you heard it all at the ethics and jurisprudence lectures yesterday. Your journey ahead will not be easy, but it will be meaningful. Give your best to your patients, not only through your expertise, but through your compassion and empathy. And in doing so, you will not only fulfill your duty as doctors, but will contribute to a healthier, more hopeful society. I would like to add that do not forget your Maker, because it's only by His grace that has brought you this far. You must work diligently, but refrain from practices that are outside your areas of competence, all for the sake of money. As I always say, life is not a race, so live it at your pace. Congratulations once again, and I'd like to say thank you to Professor Nyame for giving me the opportunity to address this gathering. Thank you for your attention, and God bless you all.
Can we do it better for her? Thank you, Dr. Constance Adoyobo. We've now come to the part that I like most, where our newly qualified practitioners would have to show us their dancing moves. Yes, I'm ready for that. So, President King Youth Choir. So, parents, guidance, our newly qualified practitioners, you are invited to the dancing floor. We've been sitting for long, quite sometimes over 1 hour, 30 minutes. So, we want to take some wonderful melodious voices from President King Youth Choir, and you are all invited to have a feel of it. Thank you. Please have your seats. Don't move out. Please have your seats. We are still having the induction. Can you please resume your seat, please? Kindly. Dr. Ayuba said Can you please kindly resume your seat as we continue with the ceremony? Can we give a big applause to President King Youth Choir for the wonderful songs? And to yourselves, can you do it better for yourselves? Well done. Congratulations once again. Professor Chairman, members of the 10th Board of the Medical and Dental Council, our invited guest parents, distinguished personalities, our friends from the media. It is now time to listen to the address of the Honorable Minister for Health, and that will be done on his behalf by Dr. Darius Osei. Shall we please welcome him as he delivers the minister's speech?
Good morning once again, and I want to congratulate you on my own behalf. the noble professions of medicine and dentistry. The impressive cohort joins a dedicated workforce of 12,000 doctors and dentists who are making a profound impact in various capacities across the nation. I am deeply honored to be part of this milestone, marking the beginning of an extraordinary journey in the pursuit of excellence in healthcare. Inductees, it is my pleasure to extend to each and every one of you warmest congratulations on your well-deserved success. Your hard work, dedication, and perseverance have earned you this momentous achievement. Aiko. I also wish to express my sincerest appreciation to your families, guardians, and loved ones who have supported you throughout your journey. Their unwavering encouragement and sacrifice have been instrumental in your success. To your lecturers, mentors, and patients who have graciously allowed you to learn through them, I offer my deepest gratitude. Your guidance, expertise, and trust have been invaluable to their growth. May you continue to inspire and nurture future generations of healthcare professionals. Mr. Chairman, I am particularly happy that the ministry is receiving into our fold another batch of freshly qualified doctors and dentists in the profession of medicine from the University of Health and Allied Sciences School of Medicine, Ho, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, School of Medical Sciences, Kumasi, University of Cape Coast, School of Medical Sciences, Cape Coast, and University of Development Studies, School of Medicine, Tamale. Mr. Chairman, I wish to emphasize that the Council's primary responsibility is to ensure that all doctors and dentists granted professional licenses possesses the essential knowledge, skills, abilities, and core competences required for safe and effective medical and dental practice in Ghana. The rigorous evaluation process is crucial in maintaining the highest standards of healthcare delivery and protecting the well-being of our citizens. On this important occasion, the Ministry of Health proudly welcomed the inductees into the noble and revered professions of medicine and dentistry. Having successfully completed their rigorous training and attained the requisite qualifications, today marks a significant milestone as they officially join the ranks and esteemed healthcare professionals dedicated to delivering exceptional care and service to our communities. Mr. Chairman, I would like to emphasize the importance of attitude and conduct among healthcare professionals as society holds them in high esteem. There is a corresponding expectation of exceptional professionalism and conduct. Violation of this contract can lead to loss of trust in the profession. This will call for stricter regulation in line with Part 2 of the Health Professions Regulatory Bodies Act 2013 Act 857. The Council is committed to upholding the highest standards in medical and dental training and practice, ensuring the public's trust and confidence in these noble professions. Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, it is with a sense of concern that I acknowledge the potential pitfalls of success and specialized knowledge. If left unchecked, these accomplishments can sometimes lead to inflated egos and lack of empathy, causing individuals to lose sight of their fundamental humanity, the very essence of compassionate care. Let us strive to balance our pursuit of excellence with humility and kindness. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great concern that I acknowledge the recent media reports highlighting allegations of professional negligence, misconduct, and unethical behavior by our doctors, dentists, and physician assistants, nurses, pharmacists, and others. It is disheartening to see that some of our trusted healthcare professionals who took an oath to serve and protect us in our most vulnerable moments have failed to uphold the highest standards of integrity and compassion. The betrayal of trust is unacceptable and demands our urgent attention. Mr. Chairman, the ministry recognizes the crucial role of ethical best practices in elevating healthcare delivery nationwide. We are steadfast in our commitment to strengthening the legislative framework that governs medical and dental training and practice in Ghana, ensuring it remains robust, relevant, and responsive to the evolving landscape of healthcare. We are cognizant of the diligent efforts undertaken by Medical and Dental Council in proposing amendments to the pertinent sections of Part 2 of the Health Professions Regulatory Bodies Act 2013, Act 857. These revisions aim to safeguard the public interest by upholding the highest standards in medical and dental training and practice in Ghana. The ministry is steadfast in its resolve to expedite the consideration of these amendments at the parliamentary level. Through this concerted effort, we aim to further elevate the standards of healthcare delivery, fostering a healthier and more equitable society. Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, government is committed to ensuring the Ghanaians nationwide have access to quality healthcare services. In line with the above, the Ministry of Health, as part of the 2024 program of work, is to institutionalize quality standards and practices in delivery of health services, ensure universal access to a better, efficiently managed, and high-quality primary health system, reduce avoidable maternal, child, and adolescent death and disabilities, and increase access to responsive clinical and public health emergency services. In accordance with the ministry's focus on issues of professional and institutional accountability, I am aware that the council is scheduled, among others, to harmonize curricula and enhance the capacity of faculty members in medical and dental training schools across Ghana in collaboration with the University of Manchester, UK, and the University of Ghana Medical and Dental Schools. This partnership will ensure that our healthcare professionals receive world-class training, aligning with international standards. Develop scope of practice for medical and dental practitioners, as has been done for physician assistant groups. Organize common national licensing examination for both local and foreign trained doctors by 2025. Conduct quality assessment of housemanship and physician assistant internship. Develop the good medical practice guide and syllabus and modalities for the conduct of the 2025 common examinations in partnership with the various development partners. These efforts aim to strengthen the healthcare workforce and ensure that medical and dental professionals meet the highest standards of competence and practice, and provide technical support to other African countries in West Africa, strengthening their medical and dental regulatory framework in areas of licensing, accreditation, and quality assurance processes. Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to announce that the ministry has made significant progress on the National Specialist Skills Training Center funded by the World Bank. The construction of Phase 1 commenced in January 2024 and is far advanced. I am pleased to inform you that additional funding for Phase 2 has been secured, and the project is expected to be completed by next year. The pivotal initiative aims to empower our practitioners with the requisite skills and competencies essential for delivering safe, high-quality services to our esteemed citizens. By investing in the development of our healthcare workforce, we reaffirm our dedication to fostering a healthier, more prosperous future for the people of Ghana. The ministry humbly requests the support of all stakeholders, especially our health partners, donors, to advance the quality of medical and dental training and practice for our collective good as a nation. Mr. Chairman, as we welcome these newly qualified doctors and dentists into the profession, the ministry looks forward to a long and fruitful working relationship with them. However, we remind them of the sacred oath they took today and the essential principles of medical professionalism, ethics, and jurisprudence that were impacted during the pre-induction lectures. We charge them to uphold these values, serving our people with unwavering diligence, integrity, dedication, and respect, and to always prioritize the well-being and trust for their patients. Finally, as these to remain steadfast in their faith, may their spiritual foundation guide are confident that with faith as their anchor, God will abundantly bless and equip them to excel in their careers as they make a meaningful impact in the lives of others. I wish you great success in your chosen careers. God bless us all and bless our nation, Ghana, and make her great and strong. I thank you.
Can we do it better for him? So that was the Honorable Minister for Health speech read on his behalf by Dr. Darius Osei, former Chief Executive Officer of UGMC. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for the vote of thanks, and I call on Dr. Theodore Ejenim Boating to deliver the vote of thanks.
Sir. Yes, please. A warm and lovely afternoon to us all. Prof. Chair of the 10th Board of the Medical and Dental Council, Honorable Representative of the Minister of Health, members of the 10th Board, traditional rulers, Director General of the Ghana Health Service, officers of the Ghana Armed Forces and the Ghana Police, deans and faculty members of medical and dental institutions, parents, distinguished guests, fellow inductees, ladies and gentlemen. It's a privilege to propose this vote of thanks to acknowledge the contributions of those who have worked tirelessly to make this happen, helping to make our dreams of becoming doctors a reality. First and foremost, we express our deepest gratitude to Almighty God. Throughout this journey, He has been our guide and our strength, carrying us through moments when the road seemed daunting and challenges overwhelming. We stand here today not just by our own effort, but by His grace and favor. We extend our heartfelt thanks to the Medical and Dental Council of Ghana. Your unwavering dedication to maintaining the highest standards in medical education and practice has prepared us for the immense responsibilities that lie ahead. Our gratitude also goes to the We are profoundly grateful. You have been our guide, showing us that medicine and dentistry is more than just a profession. That's a calling that demands both skill and heart. On behalf of my fellow inductees, I extend our deepest gratitude to our parents and families. You have been our steadfast foundation, the unwavering support through sleepless nights and long hours of studies. Emphasis on the very long. Thank you for believing in us, even when the journey was challenging. Thank you for every sacrifice, for the times we asked for money for books, both the ones we bought and those that didn't exist. We are because of you. To the patients and clients in the hospitals who allowed us to learn from them, we owe an immeasurable debt. It's not easy to be ill, and it's even harder to entrust yourself to medical students who don't even know what they're doing. Thank you for being part of our journey and teaching us lessons that no textbook could provide. Not forgetting the dedicated healthcare staff and other non-teaching staff who work with us, offering invaluable guidance and mentorship on the wards and clinics. We cannot overlook the meticulous planning and coordination that has made today's event possible. To Mr. PJ and the entire team MDC, we applaud your excellent organizational work. To our friends in the media, the continuous education services, and the present King Youth Choir, whose decade journey with these induction ceremonies has added warmth and harmony, we express our heartfelt appreciation. Lastly, to my fellow freshly inducted medical doctors and dentists, guess what? We made it. As we look to the future, we do so with optimism and a sense of duty. Recognize that healthcare is more than just treatment. It's about healing lives and serving communities. In the words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? Today, we pledge to serve with compassion, integrity, and a commitment to making a difference. Today is not just the end, it's a beginning. And as we embark on this journey, we promise to uphold the values that have been instilled in us, to bring light and healing to those we encounter, and to make a difference in the world, with God being our help. God bless Ghana. God bless this noble, honorable, and truly learned profession of medicine and dentistry. God bless us all. Thank you.
So let's do it better for him. Thank you very much, Dr. Theodore Ejanim Boateng. Grandpa is here, and Daddy is here. They are all watching. Okay, we would like to recognize the presence of the medical superintendent for Tamale West Hospital in the person of Dr. Ayuba Seidu Abdullahi. Thank you for honoring our invitation. We are grateful. Before they're closing him, may newly qualified practitioners be upstanding. You just leave everything on your desk or your table, your chair, and be upstanding. So at this moment, we are showing appreciation to our parents, our sponsors, all those who pay the legal and the illegal fees. We are giving them a very thunderous applause. Shall we go to our parents? Thank you for Come on, let's do it again. Thank you for sponsoring us. To all parents and guidance who sponsored us. For the last time, let's go. You may please have your seats. So to our sponsors and parents, we want to say thank you. Some of the books you have not heard it before. You have not seen it before, but to them, they exist. They also pay for that. Thank you, parents. We are grateful. You have made the dream come true. We also want to recognize CES for streaming live this event. Right from COVID time to date, they have supported us. They have streamed live all our events on our Facebook and YouTube page. So we are grateful to Continuous Education Services for this wonderful platform they have given us. Shall we please give it to them? Thank you, CES. So inductees, you are encouraged to watch everything at your own time, at your own convenience. Thank you. We also want to acknowledge Kofi Chrome Pharmacy for sponsoring our programs right from the beginning of the year. Personally, he came for a program and he opted to sponsor and support us for every induction. So right from March this year, we've had about 5 programs, and everyone, Kofi Chrome Pharmacy has supported the Medical and Dental Council. Shall we please acknowledge Kofi Chrome Pharmacy? We also want to thank President King Youth Choir. Today, I was not happy with them. They were a bit late. So today, I was not happy with them. However, they have been with us for 10 good years. Yes. So it all started April 2014 at Mensvik Hotel. And from April 2013 to date, they have been at every single induction. So let's give it to President King Youth Choir. And to my wonderful colleagues, staff, and management of the Medical and Dental Council, we've done it once again. It's been weeks, nights, day, shouting. If you don't do this, have you done this? We've done it once again. Very beautiful organization. To all the staff of Medical and Dental Council, AICO, for this wonderful job done. Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of this wonderful ceremony. My name is Richard Apieje, Head of Registration, Medical and Dental Council. Shall we please take the closing hymn? So after the closing hymn, our special guest will recess with members of the high table, and that will be the end of the program. Shall we all be upstanding as we take the closing hymn, Land of Our Birth, 6 to 8 stanzas. We will continue to remain standing as we have members of the high table recess with our dignitaries. You may please have your seats. Next time I'll write it down. Thank you for prompting. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of the program. To our newly qualified practitioners, you continue to remain seated as we give you the logbooks you sign for your certificates. We have discussed that already yesterday. So please remain seated. To our parents and guidance, I guess it's optional. You may please leave or you stay. But if you are staying, you don't want any movement. So we are giving our parents the chance to leave if they want to. We have come to the end of the program. Yeah, we are conducting a private business. If you want to leave, you are at liberty to leave now. Yeah, thank you. So our practitioners, please remain standing. You are going to sign for your certificates and pick your logbooks as well. So parents, you may wait for us outside. We are coming. For the name tax, 2001. Yeah, here. It's a new watch. It's a new watch. Please come article and say Emmanuel. Emmanuel, oh baby, how? The watch. Tinati. So please listen. Let's add one chair. This is 9. Let's add one. Please listen. Let me use the mic. So you are signing for your certificate. Please, before you sign, check to be sure that the certificate you are signing belongs to you. It has been arranged just like you are seated. So we go in a cohort of 10. Oh, baby, what happened? The name tag, they are here. Plenty. So just place them on the seat so that they pick. So please be sure you are signing your own certificate. For the name, garbage in, garbage out, just like you keyed in the system. Now, when you get here, please indicate whether you are medical or dental.